Welcome to day 16 of Lent for everyone as we look together at these parable passages from Matthew 13. Finally, we're into some parables, and it's really interesting, I think, what N.T. Wright says about parables on page 48 when he's talking about these different ones, and we kind of get this boom, 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 boom when we read these parables, especially the way he divides it with the mustard seed, the leaven, the pearl of great price, and the treasure in the field. And when Wright describes on page 48, he says that what these parables are really doing is saying, this is what is going on. If only you had eyes to see, or indeed, as Jesus frequently says, ears to hear. It just so happens that I'm in the middle of a series right now that is talking about how Jesus sees it, the idea that Jesus is seeing the world a little bit differently and at a slant than the way in which we see it. And he's trying to get us to do that, not just in the parables, but also in many of those passages in the Gospel of John that we're in the sermon series right now. And then he divides up these passages. I think the leaven and the mustard seed really are telling the same story, and that is that this kingdom that Jesus is bringing in, it starts small. And that's what's frustrating for the Jewish leaders and others, is that they don't get how Jesus could in fact be the Messiah, because this is supposed to be an overwhelming victory. This is supposed to be God coming back and crushing evil, and it doesn't seem that great, right? But on the middle of 49 early, it says, what is Jesus saying? Don't despise the small beginnings of the kingdom. What I am doing is planting seeds, and they may not look like much at the moment, but they're going to grow, right? And in the same way that the yeast comes in and leavens a whole batch of dough just a little bit. And then the second two passages, Wright says that Jesus is focusing on something different, and that is that Jesus is looking for people who are going to follow him, who are going to carry this message of the kingdom, and that those people, when they get it, when they get what the message is, that they will follow after it and sell everything else that they have, because it is worth following this pearl of great price, or this treasure hidden in a field, right? This is worth following and going after. These messages of the kingdom, these parables, are essential to look at right next to Jesus taking out demons, right next to Jesus healing, because this is what the kingdom is about. It is about hope and good news in the midst of awful news. Friends, I guess we need that really badly these days, in the midst not only of Lent, but also of what's going on with this coronavirus and everything. These words couldn't be more timely, that God's kingdom is inbreaking in ways that we don't even see it, and in ways where it seems like evil and bad things are reigning around. That God's good news is that his kingdom is breaking in. God bless you this day and this weekend.